Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to talk to you briefly just about two separate, almost unrelated, but somewhat related topics today in this brief video. The first is going to be kind of an update on our annual appeal and how we're doing, the system of it. And then the second is to talk a little bit about Sunday, when we're going to honor the lives that were tragically taken from us in the school shooting again down in Uvalde, Texas. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about is the annual appeal. I have mine right here. It actually came to my home, and so I didn't even open it yet, but I wanted to just let you know that as you open the envelope that comes to you, it's a beautiful design envelope with a lot of our hope and mission photos on the front. And then when you open it, there is a letter from me. It's quite an extensive letter. It's in a tri-fold for you to read to bring you up to speed. And then there is a return envelope for your response and a response sheet that you can fill out and send back to us. If you don't want to do the paper version, you're also welcome to go online under news and events, and there's a link where you can do everything online. Why is this so important? Well, it's important because it influences our ability to move forward into the future, but it also informs our consciousness about how important Saint Miriam is. The way that we designed the administration of this year's annual appeal is pretty simple. They're going out beginning with those people who are still on our old system, which is called Stripe, and that system has a lot of high fees associated with it. There are about 44 parishioners who are still on that old system. So about 3.5 weeks ago, you should have received this package in the mail first. And the way that you identify that is there's a little stripe label on it so that you know. Then following that, every single week we've mailed out about 200 or so alphabetical order. We're making our way through the parish. We are about 4 weeks away, maybe 5 weeks away from getting all of the mailings out to the entire parish. We have about 600 families. That translates to, at last look, about 1,189 parishioners, individual unit parishioners. So if you're a family of 4, that 1,189 figure includes all of you. But about 600 families, and of those families, about half of you give electronically or are regular givers. And so you're going to receive this mailing. We hope that you will pray about it and then mail it back based on the instructions. Why is this so important? Well, I'm sitting in the sanctuary. Behind me, I am flanked by 21 candles that are going to be lit this coming Sunday as we speak to the terrible tragedy that has once again happened to our nation, this time down in Uvalde, Texas. 19 children, 2 teachers who tried to protect them were murdered by an assault rifle. It's unbelievable to me that it happened again, but something needs to be done, and we need to be on the forefront of trying to figure that out. Praying and hoping hasn't helped. If you look at the list of school shootings that we have endured as a nation that we posted on our Facebook and social media sites, it is overwhelming. When I had to copy and paste that list over to another social media site, I actually sat down and cried. It took me literally seconds to go through and pause and then move that list up and continue to drop down, highlighting it. And I had to stop and pause and do that 4 separate times to encompass the entire list. we as a nation should be horrified by that and ashamed of that. And we as Catholic Christians, we have a moral obligation to speak to that. And so I know it's Memorial Day weekend. I get it. And I know that you have plans. So do I. But I'm going to be here on Sunday. It's only going to be for a little bit over an hour. 9 a.m. Mass. We're going to remember and honor the lives lost. We're going to talk about it through music, through a homily, and through reflection. And then if you would be so kind, if you would just join me, we're going to walk to our upper gate, and we're going to look at the ribbons, both the red, white, and blue ribbons for Memorial Day, for those veterans who never made it home, for those who died in uniform will be honored on this Memorial Day. And then interspersed with them are going to be pink, blue, and white ribbons representing the lives that were lost in Uvalde. And the reason that I chose to do that is because those who were honoring this Memorial Day, they died and would die again to protect those kids. And we should all reflect upon that. And my last word of advice from a pastor's heart is that your children are scared. They may not voice it, but if they are old enough to comprehend what is happening in the world, they're afraid. They're afraid to go to school. They're afraid to hear another tragedy like this. They're afraid that one day maybe their school will be targeted. And the truth is, we as parents, we're afraid. We're afraid to place our children on the bus, to send them to school, in fear that one day they may not come home. And that is tragic. So I'd like you to bring them. I'd like them to sit here. And I'd like them to know that they're surrounded by people who are going to do their very best through prayer and worship and voice and ballot box and outreach and mission to change what's happening in this country and to protect them. Wow, huh? Who would have ever thought that we would have this discussion yet again? I'd like you to take an hour and a half out of your Labor Day weekend, and I'd like you to join me on Sunday at 9 a.m. I'd like you to complete that appeal that is in your mailbox or sitting on your desk or hanging on your refrigerator. Because through your giving and dedication to this place, we will continue to make a difference in the world for your children and for those who come after us when we're gone. I wish you a wonderful holiday weekend. I wish you every ounce of peace and prayer that I can muster. And I pray that you will join us this coming Sunday. For them and for your family. God bless you.